It was a dark and stormy Halloween night, and the wind was howling, rocking the large, rickety old house. Gary inspected the house from top to bottom, noting the splinted, weathered old wood lining and cracked windows. I'm 12 years old, he thought to himself. I cannot be afraid of these old houses anymore. Pushing the gate open slowly, the gate screaming against the frosty October night, he stepped further.
Jeremy, stop.
What? I was getting to the good part.
First of all, your story's gonna take up more than you allotted 10 minutes at this rate. And secondly, this is the same damn story you told last year.
What do you want from me? I'm not William Shakespeare.
An original story would be nice.
You know, if you're so good at storytelling, why don't you come up with something?
Alright, watch me. It was October 13th, about 3 years ago. It was a big day for the mega.
And no.
What? At least this isn't the same story I told last year.
Well, yeah, it's not your story. Not to mention it still appeared in last year's video. Longest story if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I see how it is. Flattywood rehashes the same stories every year and just makes the same movies over and over. But when I do it, it's wrong.
What the fuck are you on about?
Well, I'm fed up. They can't keep getting away with this, especially not that damned mouse.
Are you trying to get us in legal trouble?
That's not the point right now. I'm getting into society's real issues. The big reasons why we don't live in a utopia. It's because we live in a fictional society, Jeremy!
Isn't this supposed to be about train spook stories or something?
I don't know anymore.
Okay, well, if neither of you are going to tell a good spooky story, or even remember why you're here to begin with, then I might have to ask you to leave. We only have like, what, a few minutes before the next short, right?
But what about Gary?
What about Gary?
Who the fuck is Gary?
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Ella.
Hello.
So it's finally that time of year again, Halloween. So do you two have plans for tonight?
Not really. I finished all my work today.
And I finished all my maintenance away work for the day as well.
Alright, you know what? Halloween always reminds me of a story from back on Dockside.
Wait, ain't that about that boat or something like that?
Guys, shut it. Don't spoil the story. Ella, go on.
It was a dark and stormy night on Dockside. I was in the yard pushing around some cars for Christine to take. It was a normal special around here, something to do with fish. Anyway, that's when I noticed a tramp steamer out near the bridge. That's odd. No more ships are due in soon.
Come on, Ella. I ain't standing here in the rain all night. Get you moving.
That's strange. The SS Halifax. I was finished with my work anyway, so I went to the dock sheds, which were very empty and dusty. No one ever sleeps here. Hey, Zeus? Zeus, wake up!
Well, Ella, what do you want? It's like, how early?
Doesn't matter, there's a ship sinking off the coast.
Huh? What the? Alright, I'm on it. Bloody crazy locomotive. There's nothing out here. Well, that was a complete waste of my time. There was nothing out there.
What? There was... Where did it go? Has any one of you girls ever heard of the SS Halifax? No good. Hey guys,
No, Ella, there's no work today.
that's not what I was going to ask. Do you guys ever see a ship pull out, but then it just disappears in the distance? Like it sank or something?
I have, but what do you know about it?
I saw it last night. It was sinking.
That's what they all say. That ship right there, that sank over 15 years ago.
What? You mean I saw a ghost?
If you believe so.
That's at least if you don't have that lake water in your boiler.
Oh.
Stupid locomotives. What do they know? No ships sunk out of here. Ha, there's never been a ship called the SS Halifax through here. That loco's going mental.
Zeus, what is this?
To be perfectly honest, I really don't know.
So that was my story. What did you think? Wait, Jeff, were you even listening?
I was, but I was tinkering with this.
Yeah, I was going to ask, Jeff, what is that?
No clue. I found this in the back of my shed, and I'm gonna go test it now. Here goes nothing. Well, that happened. Well, time to go pick up the pieces. Papyrus, you wanna come along?
Sure. Alright.
Alright, see you later, Ella.
someone call?
There you are. I was wondering if you've seen any parts of my machine here. Well, it's kinda...
Exploded? Yeah, I found a couple pieces around the narrow gauge. I'll go move these over to the junction for you. In the meantime, does anyone have a ghost story they'd like to tell? Since, well, it is Halloween.
Oh, I've got one. We're hearing it back east.
Alright, Phoenix, let's hear it.
So, the year was 1971, in Montreal, all the way up in Canada. Big surprise. In the shops of the Montreal Locomotive Works, they had just finished the biggest in terms of power, the biggest locomotive, and the biggest mistake they could have ever made. The most interesting part about this guy is he had a Canadian comfort cab, the quad window, which, well, it makes sense, it's in Canada. Until you take a moment to glance at the fact that every one of those windows had an eye. 4 eyes. All of them bright red. There was a lot of nicknames for this, but usually the one that stuck was the Spider. And the moment that said Spider woke up, yeah, it was already causing trouble. As soon as they started up the thing's engine, it tried to commit a runner. But derailed by derail and on far out of the yard. They dragged it back into the shop, parked it in the back, continuing to do experimentations and tests on it. Till one night, somehow under its own power, the thing started its own engine, busted off its handbrake, disappeared into the night, cackling along the main line. Now, to MLW's credit, they said that he was trying to catch the damn thing, didn't want anyone knowing what they'd made. However, fortunately for those guys, every one of those units sent out never returned. One of them reached out to a couple of Canadian railroads, trying to stop this thing. Every time they sent out an engine, that engine would never return, and the Spider would still be lost in the night. Or day, depending on what time it was. The weird part was, he was only ever seen at night. In the early mornings, it tended to hunt older units. Probably because it was stronger than them. Alcos, E&Ds, still kicking about in its primary paint. When would attack? Not on the railroad, company or even the crew. As long as it was weaker than him, he'd pick it off. Especially every old unit that couldn't escape him because of that high horsepower acceleration. It's really something else. And years passed and disappeared and started to slow. The units were being replaced. Modern units. Apparently the thing was no match for it. Come 2015, it completely disappeared off the radar. It was as if it'd been caught. No one knows why. No one knows how. Some speculate that the thing derailed trying to catch somebody. Now that they say he was caught and torn apart. Well, I've got my own theory about it. I think he's still out there. An MLW like that. He's still out there just waiting to catch his next victim.
Well, hello you two. Enjoy the story?
Yep.
A little bit.
Excellent. Anyway, I got these parts for you.
Alright, thank you, John. Have a good night.
You too, Jeff. You as well, Papyrus. And lads, Please don't do anything stupid.
Well, that's one part.
Yeah, and we still have a few more to go. Like, example, huh? What's that?
Hello, I'm...
Oh, it's him! Go, 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 go,
Wonder what that problem was.
Oh, hey, you two, I was just gonna get some coffee. What the fuck is that?
Hi, Casey. Listen, this might sound strange, but have you ever seen any parts for this thing as it sort of, well, exploded?
Can't say I have, but I can help you look for it.
Ah, thanks. That'd be a lot of help.
Our best bet is to look in Blackrock and around my shed.
You guys want to hear some spooky stories to pass the time?
Sure, let's hear it.
I'm gonna go this way.
It was a dark, moonlit night. There's a train bound to pass Mile Creek. The switch was left to go into Shaft 13 because the switchman didn't realize that the train that was bound to pass wasn't headed for Shaft 13. The screech of brakes, the scream of a whistle, entered Shaft 13. Monitors in that shaft that night, not knowing there was a train headed for them, just kept on working till it hit them. 20 years later, there's a small little 060 tank engine numbered 16 that was still working on the line. Well, 17. By that time, Shaft 13 has been closed and was never not in use. One night, a train passed, whistling and hitting its brakes. And then it went into Shaft 13. After it hit, all you heard was a loud crash, some screams. He immediately set off for Shaft 13 to see if anyone had been hurt or injured by the train. When he got in, he felt a cold and uneasy feeling. This shaft hasn't been used since 1900. It was just left there to rot. Cold, damp, tools laid out everywhere. Most of the bodies from that night were never recovered. Then, he happened upon it. They ran out of the mines as soon as they could. Not looking back. After that night, the fireman quit his job. Wasn't the same after that. Didn't really talk to anybody. But the engineer kept working. That's how I heard this story. 16 would probably tell it, but he hasn't spoken ever since.
I see. So, where'd you say that happened?
Hey Jeff, I found a few pieces.
Huh? Oh. Good work, Papyrus. Alright, let's keep on going down the Rockport. Casey, do you wanna come along with us?
Nah, Jeff, I'm gonna go see what Roy is doing. See ya, Jeff and Papyrus.
See ya, Casey.
See ya.
Here, 16, let me get you out of the way. Papyrus, can you get those organics that are blocking my way?
Alrighty.
Say, where's that transmission device? I swear I left it around here somewhere.
Hey, Neo?
1 second. Yeah?
Have you perchance seen any parts that, fallen off a machine of some sorts? Like, parts that would perhaps belong to this?
Well, I mean, I am looking for a transmission device, so, I mean, I guess I could look for it and then, you know, we could go from there. Hey, maybe while I look, I could tell you a scary story.
Oh boy, more stories.
Oh no, the bridge went up! Who raised it? What the heck is that thing? Doesn't matter, there's generators here. Looks like they connect up to the bridge control. If I remember, it's 4 gas cans and a battery. Oh, okay.
That's... terrifying.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Huh? What?
Huh?
Oh, hey, Neil. I was just dropping in from the ship to ask you to see if you got any more chips available. Like, we ran out of the ones back on the planet, and we were just wondering if
Hey, Papyrus, look, some parts.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Emmett. What are you doing with that? Yeah.
Oh, hey, boys. I was just walking down the Rockford after missing my train, and while walking, I found a piece of this metal, and I was going to take it home as a souvenir. I had no idea where it came from, though. It just sort of appeared out of nowhere.
Oh, that might be a piece of my machine here. I've been looking for its parts all over Sunset.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Just gonna put it in the gondola you have back here.
I mean, that's where all the other parts are.
Actually, before you guys go, would you mind hitching me a ride? I really don't want to keep walking.
Alright.
You guys don't mind if I hop in this little machine, would you?
Not at all.
Thank you. Actually, since it is Halloween, why don't I tell you a story?
Oh, great, another one.
Sure, Emmett, fire away.
You're gonna like this one. It'll really knock your socks off. On a cold, crisp fall day, in the dead middle of October, the trees, dry and frail leaves scattered the station platform, I was still working as a brakeman for a small railroad called the Michigan Valley. I was doing my usual duties that day, since most of our crew had gone home for the day. Our caboose was out of service at the time, since the air equipment on it was leaking throughout trips. So, most of the electrical and braking equipment was moved to the last car on the train. This particular car held a special place in ghost stories and mythical legends, since the car's number was 13. 13 was a very infamous number, mainly from hotels, and the number also signified a symbol of bad luck. I gathered most of my stuff, put it in the car, and got ready for crossover. 271, 272, 273, ready to cross over. I gave the engineer the signal to highball, and soon we were off. One thing was certain for sure. I felt a bit uneasy getting into my seat. It was almost as if something was watching me. As we were going down the imperfective steel track, the door opened behind me. Now, usually movements from the train can lead to things like this happening, so I closed the door and I didn't mind it at all. Then I decided to open the window a bit, because the heater inside was doing its justice too well, and the conductor's outfit wasn't helping either. I began to feel a lot more comfortable until the window slammed shut, and then the door opened again. So I once again got up from my seat to close it. Feeling a little uneasy again, I opened the window again, and suddenly, the window slammed shut, this time showering glass and splintered wood all over me. I got up from my seat in shock. Then, suddenly, the lights began to flicker, almost as if the electrical system was starting to go out. The light bulb exploded, sending glass and sparks everywhere in the car, starting fires on the floor. I got up and doused some of the fires with my water bottle. Then I felt really uneasy, as if something was watching me again. I turned around, and behind me, a shadow appeared in the corner, a silhouette of a man just standing there. I felt my heart racing with every anxious breath. I tried to radio to the engineer to stop the train, but all there was static. The shadow started walking towards me, and I ran to the opposite end of the car, grabbing the door handle as fast as I could and yanking the door open. I grabbed one of the marker lights and waved out to the engineer to signify to stop the train. Luckily, he heard the static and was looking back at my direction to see if I was trying to signify him. The train stopped and I stepped off the car in a cold sweat. I see the engineer running towards me, yelling for me.
Emmett! I got down here as soon as I could. What's wrong?
That car. Drop it off.
Emmett, you look like you just seen a ghost.
Just drop off that car. I'll ride in 48.
Yes, sir.
We head back to the station backwards and come to a stop. I sat down for a minute and took my breath. After that, we put car 13 in the siding and switched over to car 48 for our embankment duties. Since then, the car had been left outside for a little while. It was decided by the company's owner that the car was too dangerous to run. Not only did it have an aggressive spirit manifesting inside, but it was also structurally unstable. The bushings and bearings were worn. The wood frame was rotten at the bottom, and most importantly, the heater was defective. So, it was decided to keep the car, but as a display, or decoration along the line, as a reminder to never ride any train car numbered 13. And that is why I hate the number 13.
Oh, I see.
That's interesting.
Here we are, Emmett.
Thanks for the lift, guys. Good luck with that machine of yours.
See you around, Emmett.
See ya.
Hey, Yardmaster Krunky, wake up!
What do you want, you little green box on wheels? Can't you see him trying to take a nap?
We're here looking for parts for my machine. Perhaps you've seen something?
Oh yeah. We did find a random piece of scrap metal around. Put it on French aircraft Wolfram. Had a feeling it was yours, Tic Tac Box.
Damn it.
Thanks, Krunky. Hey, Jeff. Why don't you rebuild it without that part? Like, is it really that important? Maybe it won't explode this time.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go try it. Alright, here goes nothing.
Oh boy.
Huh? Well, at least it didn't explode that time. Come on, let's get going to Wolfram.
Hey, Jeff, is it me or is there like a weird, uneasy feeling?
Really, Papyrus? It's just the fact that it's Halloween and it's getting late.
Hey, Jeff, this reminds me about this wreck I heard of.
I don't think you ever told me about a wreck.
Really? Well, long ago, back in BR, there was a tank engine in Leeds. He was an average little fellow. He pulled coaches, hauled trucks, you know, the normal things engines do. Anyway, it was October 1st, 1952. He's only been in service for a couple years now. He was pulling a passenger train from Doncaster to Leeds. Meanwhile, over in Leeds, it started to get dark and foggier. It was harder to see. Any faults could be missed. A Great Western 10-wheeler was ready to depart Leeds. They departed quite quickly. Probably being late or something, I don't know. And if they weren't trying to go so fast, they might have been able to stop in time. And within a split second, when the 10-wheeler hit the tank engine, it crushed his bunker, killing the crew instantly, careening the engine onto his side. The coaches went everywhere, and a lot of people died. Afterwards, the mess was cleaned up, the engines were taken to the works. Once the tank engine was back in service, he was told he was never allowed to pull passenger trains again, and the 10-wheeler got off scot-free. After the wreck, they checked all the signals, and absolutely nothing was wrong with any of them.
Huh, I'm surprised you never told me that before.
Hey, you wanna know the funny part?
What?
I was that engine.
What? I'm out of words. I'm really surprised that was you. You never told me this before. Why not?
I don't know.
Well, here comes Big Jim. Speaking of, I'm starting to really feel uneasy. Yeah, I'm gonna take it back a bit.
Alright.
Mr. Katie? What's wrong with John?
I don't know, boys. I really don't know. You see, we were running just fine, and then John stopped responding, and I stopped trying to check him, and he's like this. I've lost everything, boys.
Please tell me that's a cosmetic.
No, Papyrus. I've tried everything, but he's gone. He's really gone. And the West Wing, too. It's not just him. They're all gone. All of them. My whole fleet is dead. My whole family is gone. My locomotives are the only family I've ever had. Now, I know you two have had something to do with this, so please, you two, bring my family back.
Jeff, we need to find that part as soon as possible.
We will, sir. Don't worry.
Wait, Jeff, stop.
Huh? What? Why? We're gonna make things right. We need to get to Wolfram.
Jeff, please. I know what's around that curve. I don't want you to see that.
Sir, whatever it is, I'll be fine. Yeah, we gotta make this thing right.
Oh boy.
Jeff. Jeff. Goddamn box cabs.
Well, ain't this just a fine idea to do?
mean, let's just get to Wolfram so I can fix this mess. God, I never should have done that. I should have found this in the back of my shed and...
Jeff, what's wrong?
That's what Mr. Katie meant. She was so young.
Alright, Jeff, let's get out of here.
Oh, thank God you two are alright. I'm gonna guess that you are somehow behind this. So if you have any way to help me, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah. We're looking for a part for this. It was apparently sent here from Rockport?
Yeah, that train should be on track 5. If I recall correctly, it should be at the front of the train.
Alright, young master, hop on. I'm gonna need your help to help me fix the machine.
Hey, Jeff?
Yeah, Papyrus?
I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah, I feel a bit weaker too, but I do have a feeling it's to do with the machine. So whatever you do, don't close your eyes, alright?
Alright, back up. Alright, Jeff, now what?
Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to go around to the right side, then you want to plug it in right where the other are, right in between the middle.
Jeff, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap.
Wait, Papyrus, no!
God, Jeff, now. How do I turn it on?
Oh, I need to couple onto it to turn it on. God, I'm so weak. Gotta stay awake. Gotta stay awake.
Huh? What? Jeff, wake up.
Papyrus!
Jeff, I had a weird dream, last night. Please tell me that was a dream.
Sadly, it wasn't. But hey, we put everything right.
I swear to Ivy, better not make any more machines like that one again.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. I really wonder what made the machine break the first time. Is that a goose?
And a sweater. God dang it, not again!
What is it?
Yes, I know what you may be thinking. Who is this weird British diesel?
How did you do that?
Well,
Oh, someone maybe know.
let me tell you, have you never watched Crazy Train videos?
Yes.
There used to be some guy around here who went in the shed, filmed everything what we'd done.
Guys,
It was some
can
silly
we keep the
shit
ginormous
and,
crane in
you
here?
know, rather fun,
It'll be
rather dank.
Oh god, it opened in.
Yes, I have taken a
Yes,
smoke.
it can open and close.
So what are you thinking? What am I doing here at the end of the credits?
Just gonna check your pistons.
Well, that's a good question.
Seems good to me.
I have no idea either.
A few hours in this here.
Happy Halloween.